Here in the major metro area of a state that prides itself on sparkling rivers and lakes, preserving that resource is a big job, especially when it's also your job to process an average of 260 million gallons of wastewater a day. The Metropolitan Council's Environmental Services Division operates 7 treatment plants serving 2 million people in and around the Twin Cities. MCES is proud of its track record of 100% compliance with regulations and the fact that their municipal rates are about 40% lower than the national average. That dual mission, protect the environment and keep rates low, made MCES a great candidate for the Process Efficiency Program from Xcel Energy.
Our Process Efficiency Program is part of our Conservation Improvement Program. It's really geared towards our large industrial customers. We set in place a memorandum of understanding. This is a 2, 3, 4, 5-year period of time. Goals are set and studies are done. We identify energy conservation opportunities. And so it's very much of stretching goals within the context of conservation, and it's a program that's worked out very well. Bill Moore, their general manager, set their first goal of 15% reduction in overall energy use by 2010, baseline to 2006.
You know, without their efforts to come in and help jumpstart it, it's hard. It would have been hard for us to accomplish this, but they actually made it easy. When they came in, they did a voluntary study, they gave us supporting grants, and we'll continue to do that.
The $650,000 Xcel provided to fund the initial studies, plus rebates later, made energy improvements an easy sell to the Met Council board.
Clearly the money, and both for the rebates and the studies, has been instrumental, important to us in motivating, getting priority to these projects.
This is the Metro plant, just south of St. Paul on the Mississippi, one of the largest treatment plants in the country. The aeration process, infusing the water with oxygen to support various biological processes, happens in these basins. Since this process accounts for 50% of the electricity consumed by the entire plant, it was identified as the top priority for cutting energy use.
We worked with Xcel. We sent our diffusers out to have them tested for enhanced cleaning techniques. And so we cleaned them, and that was a huge energy saver. And then we worked on the supply side too, looking at our large blowers. We have 4 5,000 horsepower blowers and 3,000 horsepower blowers. And overall, we ended up saving about 15 million kilowatt hours here.
The next big opportunity was to optimize the turbine generator. Since 2005, the plant has been incinerating sludge to create steam, which is then used to heat the facilities. Updating the lighting and 5 miles of tunnels underneath the plant was another big savings. The old high-pressure sodium and mercury vapor lights were replaced with high-efficiency fluorescent bulbs.
T8s, T5s, and ended up reducing our lighting load by about 80%. So that was pretty significant. It turned out to be much better lighting. You know, it was kind of a dungeon area before, dark, and now it's a bright, well-lit workspace.
The original target, 15% energy use reduction, was achieved by the end of 2010. That saves ratepayers $2.5 million every year.
Just in the last 18 months alone, they achieved about 11.2 million kilowatt hours in conservation, and that's the equivalent of unplugging about 1,200 homes.
As we make progress, they give us incentives to look at more and more things. So it's just been a great partnership. And frankly, you know, it's hard for us to have done some of these things without their support.
It's a key part, instrumental to our energy program, which of course leads to that $2.5 million a year savings and emissions reduction.
I'm proud of the energy team. I'm proud we're, you know, making such an impact on our carbon footprint. And I'm proud we're going to continue this effort, you know, with a more aggressive goal as we go into the future.
To learn more, contact your Xcel Energy account manager or visit xcelenergy.com.